Which leads us to Valka. Apparently she gets a lot of hate for abandoning Hiccup. I don't really vibe with this take. Let's just set aside that there's a double standard for men and women when it comes to children, that it's considered a small shame for a man to leave his children, but it's the end of the world if a woman abandons her children. Let's just set that aside. There was absolutely no pathway for Valka to deprogram the villagers of their hatred towards dragons. She tried telling people, but they wouldn't listen. Stoic definitely didn't listen to her. As much love as he has for her, he didn't value her opinion back in the day. Hiccup was able to succeed in his deprogramming efforts partially because he was Stoic's son, partially because he had the backing of the younger Vikings, and partially because he got lucky enough to stumble into the one situation that would hold his father's attention. There's no one else in the story who could have succeeded. Valka's identity was also being quashed in Berk. Everyone was literally rejecting the idea of making peace with dragons, and that's her whole thing. Everything that Hiccup experiences in the first film, of people ignoring him, thinking of him as the village idiot, wanting him to change completely, Valka probably experienced that too.
But you just pointed to all of me. Yes.
She's also an explorer and a scientist, a dragon taxonomist. She wouldn't have been able to pursue any of her passions on Berk. I can't imagine that it would have been a happy home life if one of your parents was a depressed weirdo because society actively denied their identity. Valka in the flashbacks is all beige and whatever. Valka in the present is so colorful and full of life. Let's also be clear that Stoic's position inherently means he must put his village first. It's implied that Stoic goes on quite a few expeditions, which means he's not home for a good chunk of time. When he is home, he's not particularly emotionally available to his son. Also, what if he died during one of those expeditions? Stoic puts the needs of the village before the needs of his son. Does that make him a bad parent? Both Stoic and Valka prioritize their higher calling. If their positions had been swapped, if Stoic had gone to create a safe haven for dragons, and Valka stayed to protect Berk, would he be a controversial character? As someone with an estranged parent, I think the reason that Hiccup forgives Valka so easily is that, aside from finding someone like himself, he does feel genuine love from her. If I thought my estranged parent genuinely cared about me, I would consider reconnecting with them. And to Hiccup's credit, Valka returns to Berk because it is now a place that values her skills and passions. Hiccup made it habitable for her. And when Valka comes back into Hiccup's life, she really commits. She counsels her son, she counsels Astrid. Valka even takes on missions to protect Berk. Once she's seen and accepted by her community, Valka really brings it for everyone.